As we get older, especially after 65, it's not uncommon to feel like our legs are losing strength and stability. You might think the solution is stretching, compression socks, or physical therapy. And what do most of us reach for? Expensive magnesium drinks, calcium pills, or nerve relaxers? Right. After all, that's what most advertisements tell us. These are supposed to fix cramps and weak legs. But here's the thing. Those products might not be your best choice after all. In fact, a few simple vitamin combinations can be far more effective than costly treatments. Yep, you heard that right. The first combo we'll show you tackles both nighttime cramps and daytime weakness better than many popular remedies. Stick with us until the end of the video, because we're breaking down 4 science-backed vitamin combos that can help you move with confidence again, without pain, stiffness, or sudden spasms. And we'd love to hear from you. What's worked for your legs? And what hasn't? Your stories help shape the content we create. Let's dive into the first combo that helps your legs feel decades younger. Combo number 1. Magnesium and B6. Relax muscles and stop night cramps that disrupt your sleep. The combination of magnesium and vitamin B6 creates a powerful muscle-relaxing system that addresses the root causes of nighttime cramps and daytime weakness that plague so many people over 65. Understanding why your legs cramp requires looking at what happens inside your muscle cells during contraction and relaxation. Every time your muscles work, calcium floods into the muscle fibers to trigger contraction, while magnesium acts as the off switch, helping muscles relax and return to their resting state. Think of this as your muscle's electrical system. Calcium turns the power on. Magnesium turns it off. When magnesium levels drop, which commonly happens as we age due to reduced absorption and increased losses, your muscle cells lose their ability to properly shut off the contraction signal. Calcium continues flooding in without adequate magnesium to counterbalance it, leaving your muscles stuck in a partially contracted state. This creates the perfect storm for those sudden, painful nighttime cramps that jolt you awake, especially in your calves where the muscle fibers are particularly dense and powerful. The role of vitamin B6 in this muscle harmony is equally crucial, but works through a completely different pathway. This vitamin serves as a crucial building block for GABA, your brain's primary calm-down neurotransmitter. GABA acts like a traffic controller in your nervous system, preventing excessive nerve signals from reaching your muscles and causing unwanted contractions, twitches, or spasms. When B6 levels become insufficient, your brain loses its ability to produce adequate GABA, resulting in overstimulated nerve pathways that send chaotic signals to your muscles. This neurological miscommunication manifests as muscle twitches, mild tremors, or localized cramping that seems to come from nowhere. The combination creates a double vulnerability. Your muscles can't relax properly due to magnesium deficiency, and your nervous system can't control muscle activation due to B6 deficiency. The synergistic effect of combining these two nutrients creates a comprehensive muscle calming system that addresses both the mechanical and neurological aspects of muscle cramping. Magnesium works at the cellular level to restore proper calcium-magnesium balance, while B6 works at the brain level to optimize nerve signal control. Together, they create an environment where your muscles can contract when needed and fully relax when not, just like they did decades ago. This partnership becomes increasingly important as our bodies age and become less efficient at absorbing and utilizing these nutrients. Magnesium absorption decreases significantly after 60, while B6 requirements actually increase due to changes in metabolism and protein processing. Many older adults unknowingly develop subclinical deficiencies that don't cause obvious symptoms, but gradually undermine muscle function and comfort. The practical application of this nutrient combination requires understanding optimal timing and absorption. Magnesium is best absorbed when taken with food to buffer stomach acid, while B6 absorption improves when taken with other B vitamins. The ideal approach involves taking these nutrients together in the evening, about 2 to 3 hours before bedtime, allowing time for absorption while targeting the overnight period when cramps most commonly occur. For magnesium, aim for 300–400 milliliters daily, choosing forms like magnesium glycinate or magnesium malate that offer superior absorption compared to cheaper magnesium oxide. These chelated forms bypass common absorption problems and are gentler on the digestive system. Start with a lower dose and gradually increase to assess tolerance, as too much magnesium can cause loose stools in sensitive individuals. Vitamin B6 requirements for muscle support range from 25–50 mg daily, significantly higher than basic nutritional needs, but well within safe limits for most adults. Look for pyridoxal 5-phosphate P5P, the active form of B6 that your body can use immediately without requiring conversion. This form is particularly beneficial for older adults whose conversion efficiency may be compromised. Food sources can significantly contribute to this nutrient combination, making dietary optimization an important complement to supplementation. Magnesium-rich foods include dark leafy greens, nuts, seeds, and whole grains, while B6 concentrates in poultry, fish, potatoes, and bananas. However, achieving therapeutic levels for cramp prevention typically requires supplementation beyond what most people can reasonably obtain from food alone. Cooking methods significantly impact nutrient retention, particularly for B6, which is water-soluble and heat-sensitive. Steam vegetables rather than boiling to preserve B6 content, and avoid overcooking proteins. For magnesium-rich greens, light sautéing actually improves mineral bioavailability by breaking down cellular structures that can bind minerals. The timing of meals relative to supplementation also matters for optimal absorption. Taking magnesium and B6 with a small meal that contains some healthy fat improves absorption of both nutrients. Avoid taking them with high-calcium foods or supplements, as calcium can compete with magnesium for absorption pathways. Consistency proves more important than perfect timing or dosing. Most people begin noticing reduced nighttime cramping within 1 to 2 weeks of consistent supplementation, with more significant improvements in overall muscle comfort and strength appearing after 4 to 6 weeks. The key lies in maintaining steady blood levels rather than sporadic high doses. Individual response varies significantly, with some people experiencing dramatic relief within days, while others require several weeks to notice changes. Factors like existing deficiency severity, absorption capability, and concurrent medications all influence response time and optimal dosing. But relaxing muscles is just the start. Now let's talk about how to rebuild strength from the inside. Combo number 2, vitamin D3 and magnesium. Rebuild muscle strength and prevent weak legs. After age 65, the partnership between vitamin D3 and magnesium creates a muscle-activating system that addresses both the weakness and cramping that make simple activities feel overwhelming after 65. Understanding how these nutrients transform your leg strength begins with recognizing vitamin D3's role as a genetic switch for muscle protein production. Most people think of vitamin D only for bone health, but this powerful hormone-like vitamin actually travels to your muscle cells and activates specific genes responsible for creating new muscle proteins. When D3 levels drop, which happens to nearly 80% of adults over 65, your muscles lose their ability to maintain and rebuild themselves effectively. This vitamin D deficiency manifests most noticeably in your largest, weight-bearing muscles, your hips, thighs, and calves. These are the muscles that lift you from chairs, carry you upstairs, and support your body weight throughout the day. Without adequate D3, these powerhouse muscles begin weakening from the inside out. making everyday movements that once felt effortless suddenly feel like major challenges. The connection between vitamin D3 and muscle cramping adds another layer to this nutrient's importance. D3 plays a crucial role in maintaining proper calcium levels in your bloodstream. When D3 levels fall, your body struggles to maintain adequate blood calcium, triggering a cascade of effects that can lead to muscle spasms and cramping, particularly in your calves, where the muscle fibers are densely packed and highly active. This is where magnesium's role becomes absolutely critical for vitamin D function. Many people don't realize that vitamin D3 exists in an inactive form when you first consume it or produce it in your skin. To become biologically active and work its muscle-strengthening magic, D3 must be converted through a series of enzymatic reactions, and magnesium serves as the key cofactor for these essential enzymes. Without sufficient magnesium, even high doses of vitamin D3 remain largely ineffective, sitting in your system like a car without an ignition key. This explains why some people take vitamin D supplements for months without noticing improvements in muscle strength or cramping. They're missing the magnesium component that makes D3 bioavailable and functional. The synergistic relationship between these nutrients creates a comprehensive muscle support system. Magnesium activates vitamin D3, which then stimulates muscle protein synthesis, while simultaneously optimizing calcium-magnesium balance within muscle cells. The practical application of this nutrient combination requires attention to timing, dosing, and absorption factors. Vitamin D3 is fat-soluble, meaning it absorbs best when taken with meals containing healthy fats. This could be as simple as taking your D3 with breakfast that includes eggs, avocado, or nuts. The presence of dietary fat can increase D3 absorption by up to 50% compared to taking it on an empty stomach. For optimal muscle support, aim for 2,000–4,000 IU of vitamin D3 daily, preferably in the D3 cholecalciferol form rather than the less effective D2 version. This dosage range helps achieve blood levels of 40–60 ng/ml, which research suggests is optimal for muscle function and strength. Magnesium dosing for vitamin D activation and muscle support ranges from 300 to 500 milliliters daily, divided into 2 doses to improve absorption and reduce the risk of digestive upset. Take 1 dose with your morning vitamin D3 to support its conversion, and another dose in the evening to help with muscle relaxation and cramp prevention during sleep. The form of magnesium matters significantly for both absorption and tolerability. Magnesium glycinate offers excellent absorption with minimal digestive side effects, making it ideal for people with sensitive stomachs. Magnesium malate provides good absorption while potentially offering additional energy benefits. As malate participates in cellular energy production, avoid magnesium oxide, which has poor absorption and often causes digestive discomfort. Timing your magnesium intake strategically can enhance both vitamin D activation and muscle benefits. Taking magnesium with your morning vitamin D3 ensures the cofactor is available for conversion processes, while an evening dose supports muscle relaxation and recovery during sleep when most muscle repair occurs. Food sources can complement but rarely replace the therapeutic doses needed for muscle restoration. Vitamin D3 is found in limited foods, fatty fish, egg yolks, and fortified products, making supplementation necessary for most people. Magnesium appears in dark, leafy greens, nuts, seeds, and whole grains. But soil depletion and food processing have reduced levels in many foods. Cooking methods can impact magnesium retention in foods. Steaming or lightly sautéing vegetables preserves more magnesium than boiling, which leaches water-soluble minerals into cooking water. If you do boil magnesium-rich vegetables, consider using the cooking water in soups or sauces to recapture lost nutrients. Consistency proves more important than perfect timing or dosing precision. Most people begin noticing improvements in muscle strength and reduced cramping within 6 to 8 weeks of consistent supplementation. As it takes time to build vitamin D stores and optimize muscle protein synthesis. The key lies in daily consistency rather than sporadic high doses. Monitoring progress through both subjective improvements and objective testing helps ensure optimal dosing. Many people notice easier stair climbing, improved chair rising ability, and reduced nighttime cramping as early indicators of success, while periodic vitamin D blood tests confirm adequate levels are maintained. Of course, strength means nothing without energy. That's where our next vitamin combo comes in. Combo number 3. Vitamin B1 and B6. Boost leg energy and stabilize shaky muscles. With better nerve control. The combination of B1 and B6 addresses both the cellular energy crisis and nerve signal disruption that make your legs feel weak, shaky, and unreliable after decades of faithful service. Understanding how these vitamins transform leg function begins with recognizing B1's role as your muscle's primary energy converter. Every movement your legs make depends on converting glucose from your bloodstream into ATP, the cellular fuel that powers muscle contractions. Vitamin B1, also known as thiamine, serves as the crucial enzyme cofactor that makes this energy conversion possible at the cellular level. When B1 levels drop, which commonly occurs with aging due to reduced absorption and increased metabolic demands, your muscle cells lose their ability to efficiently generate the energy needed for sustained activity. This manifests as that familiar feeling of leg fatigue that seems to come much sooner than it used to. Your muscles simply can't maintain the energy production needed for activities that once felt effortless. The energy shortage created by B1 deficiency particularly affects the large muscles of your thighs and calves, which require substantial ATP to lift your body weight, propel you forward, and maintain stability. Without adequate cellular energy, these powerhouse muscles begin to feel heavy, sluggish, and prone to stiffness as they struggle to perform their essential functions. Vitamin B6 addresses an entirely different but equally important aspect of leg function: the precision and stability of nerve signals controlling muscle activity. Your brain constantly sends electrical impulses down your spinal cord and through peripheral nerves to coordinate muscle contractions with remarkable precision. B6 plays a crucial role in producing the neurotransmitters that regulate these nerve signals, particularly serotonin and GABA, which help maintain smooth, controlled muscle activation. When B6 levels become insufficient, the communication between your nervous system and muscles becomes erratic and unreliable. Instead of receiving clean, precise signals to contract and relax in coordinated patterns, your muscles receive chaotic, misfiring impulses that can cause involuntary twitches, mild tremors, or localized cramping, especially during rest periods when the nervous system should be maintaining calm, steady control. The synergistic relationship between B1 and B6 creates a comprehensive muscle restoration system that addresses both the fuel supply and control mechanisms your legs need to function optimally. B1 ensures your muscle cells have adequate energy to respond to nerve signals, while B6 ensures those signals are clear, coordinated, and properly regulated. Together, they restore the smooth, powerful leg function you remember from younger years. The practical application of this B vitamin partnership requires attention to timing, dosing, and synergistic factors that enhance their effectiveness. Both B1 and B6 are water-soluble vitamins, meaning they dissolve in water and are readily absorbed when taken on an empty stomach. However, taking them with a small amount of food can reduce potential stomach irritation while still allowing good absorption. For muscle energy support, aim for 100 milliliters of vitamin B1 daily, significantly higher than basic nutritional requirements, but well within safe therapeutic ranges. This higher dosing helps overcome absorption limitations and ensures adequate cellular levels for optimal energy production. Look for benfotiamine, a fat-soluble form of B1 that offers superior absorption and longer-lasting effects compared to standard thiamine. Vitamin B6 dosing for nerve signal optimization ranges from 25 to 50 mg daily, using the active P5P pyridoxal 5-phosphate form when possible. This pre-converted form bypasses the metabolic steps required to activate regular B6, making it immediately available for neurotransmitter production and nerve function support. Taking these vitamins together enhances their individual effects through complementary mechanisms. The improved energy production from B1 helps nerve cells function more efficiently, while the enhanced nerve signaling from B6 ensures muscle cells can effectively utilize the increased energy availability. This creates a positive feedback loop that amplifies the benefits of both vitamins. Timing your B vitamin intake can maximize their muscle-supporting effects. Taking them in the morning provides energy support for daily activities, while a smaller evening dose can help maintain nerve stability during sleep when muscle repair and recovery processes are most active. Food sources contribute valuable amounts of both vitamins, but rarely provide therapeutic levels needed for muscle restoration. B1 concentrates in whole grains, legumes, and pork, while B6 appears in poultry, fish, potatoes, and bananas. Cooking methods dramatically impact B vitamin retention since both are water-soluble and heat-sensitive. Steaming vegetables preserves more B vitamins than boiling, while shorter cooking times help minimize losses. When preparing B vitamin-rich grains, using the cooking liquid in soups or sauces helps recapture nutrients that leach into water during cooking. The stability of B vitamins in supplements also matters for effectiveness. Store B vitamin supplements in cool, dry places away from light and heat, which can degrade their potency over time. Consistency proves more critical than perfect timing or dosing precision. Most people begin noticing improved leg energy and reduced muscle irregularities within 2 to 4 weeks of consistent supplementation, as cellular energy production optimizes and nerve signal clarity improves. The key lies in daily consistency rather than sporadic high doses. Energy and nerve control are key. But what if calcium is going to the wrong places? Let's fix that next. Combo number 4, vitamin D3 and K2. Prevent calcium, build up and ease morning leg stiffness and cramps. The partnership between vitamin D3 and K2 creates a sophisticated nutrient delivery system that not only strengthens your bones and muscles, but actively prevents the calcium buildup in soft tissues that can make your legs feel stiff, cramped, and unreliable. Understanding this vitamin partnership begins with recognizing that calcium absorption is only half the equation for leg health. Vitamin D3 acts like a powerful pump, dramatically increasing your body's ability to absorb calcium from food and supplements. This enhanced calcium availability supports bone density and activates the muscle protein synthesis pathways that maintain strength and function. However, without proper direction, this increased calcium can become a problem rather than a solution. When D3 increases calcium absorption without adequate K2 guidance, the extra calcium doesn't automatically go where your body needs it most. Instead, it can begin accumulating in soft tissues throughout your body, including the delicate structures surrounding your muscle fibers, blood vessels, and connective tissues. This misplaced calcium creates a slow-burning inflammatory process that gradually stiffens tissues and interferes with normal muscle function. In your legs, this calcium misdirection manifests as a subtle but persistent stiffness that seems to worsen with weather changes, prolonged sitting, or periods of inactivity. The calcium deposits act like tiny irritants within muscle tissue, triggering low-grade inflammation that keeps muscles in a state of mild tension. Over time, this chronic tension evolves into the unexplained cramps and muscle tightness that many people attribute simply to getting older. Vitamin K2 serves as calcium's GPS system, ensuring that the mineral reaches its intended destinations while avoiding problematic accumulations. K2 activates a crucial protein called MGP matrix GLA protein, which acts like a calcium traffic controller throughout your body. This activated protein essentially grabs wayward calcium and redirects it away from soft tissues and toward your bones and teeth where it belongs. The synergistic relationship between D3 and K2 creates a comprehensive leg support system that addresses multiple aspects of age-related decline simultaneously. D3 ensures adequate calcium availability for bone strength and muscle protein synthesis, while K2 prevents the calcium-related tissue damage that can undermine these benefits. Together, they create an environment where your legs can maintain their structural integrity while avoiding the stiffness and dysfunction associated with calcium mismanagement. This vitamin combination becomes increasingly important as we age, because both calcium absorption and utilization become less efficient over time. Additionally, many older adults have been taking calcium supplements or consuming calcium-fortified foods for years without adequate K2, potentially creating accumulated calcium deposits that contribute to muscle stiffness and joint problems. The practical application of this D3-K2 partnership requires attention to proper dosing ratios and timing for optimal effectiveness. Vitamin D3, dosing for muscle and bone support, ranges from 2,000–4,000 IU daily, depending on your current blood levels and sun exposure. Having your vitamin D blood level tested initially helps determine your specific needs, as some people require higher doses to achieve optimal levels of 40–60 ng/ml. Vitamin K2 dosing should complement your D3 intake, with most people benefiting from 100–200 mcg daily of the MK7 form, which offers superior absorption and longer-lasting effects compared to other K2 variants. The general ratio guideline suggests approximately 10 mcg of K2 for every 1,000 IU of D3, though individual needs may vary based on calcium intake and existing tissue calcification. Taking these vitamins together enhances their individual effects and ensures optimal calcium utilization. Both are fat-soluble vitamins, meaning they absorb best when taken with meals containing healthy fats. This could be as simple as taking them with breakfast that includes eggs, avocado, nuts, or a small amount of olive oil. The presence of dietary fat can significantly improve absorption of both vitamins. Timing your D3-K2 intake strategically can maximize their protective and strengthening effects. Taking them with your largest meal of the day typically provides the best absorption environment, while morning consumption aligns with your body's natural circadian rhythms for calcium metabolism. Consistency matters more than perfect timing, so choose a schedule you can maintain long-term. Food sources provide some K2, primarily from fermented foods, like natto, certain cheeses, and fermented vegetables. But achieving therapeutic levels typically requires supplementation. D3 is found in limited foods, fatty fish, egg yolks, and fortified products, making supplementation necessary for most people seeking optimal levels for muscle and bone health. The quality and form of your D3-K2 supplement significantly impacts effectiveness. Look for D3 in the cholecalciferol form rather than the less effective D2 version. For K2, choose the MK7 form over MK4, as it provides longer-lasting effects and better calcium-directing activity. Many high-quality supplements now combine optimal ratios of both vitamins for convenience and synergy. Storage and handling matter for maintaining vitamin potency. Keep D3-K2 supplements in cool, dry places away from light and heat, which can degrade fat-soluble vitamins over time. Softgel capsules often provide better stability and absorption than tablets for these particular nutrients. Consistency proves more important than perfect dosing precision. Most people begin noticing reduced muscle stiffness and improved flexibility within 6 to 12 weeks of consistent supplementation. as calcium begins relocating from soft tissues to bones, while muscle protein synthesis optimizes. The protective effects against calcium deposits develop gradually over months of consistent use. Monitoring progress through both subjective improvements and occasional blood testing helps ensure optimal results. Many people notice easier movement, reduced weather-related stiffness, and fewer unexplained muscle cramps as early indicators of success, while periodic vitamin D testing confirms adequate levels are maintained. Final message. The cramps we once blamed on age, the stiffness we called just getting older, they might be something else entirely. Turns out, your legs could simply be missing the nutrients they once absorbed with ease. But the good news? You don't need to overhaul your whole routine. Just one vitamin combo taken at the right time, in the right way, can start to calm restless muscles and rebuild strength from the inside out. If you're thinking, maybe it's too late, remember this. Your legs have carried you through a lifetime. They've walked hallways, climbed stairs, stood strong for others. Now, they deserve the same support in return. Maybe your muscles haven't given up. Maybe they're just waiting for the right kind of care. One simple combo in the morning. One dose before bed, that's it. No big change. Just a few smart steps to help your body move the way it remembers. So take that first step today. One better supplement. One steadier walk. One night without cramps. You've earned it.